Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to do another, I believe this is my third installment of the Yaoi manga Roundup reviews that I've been doing, all digital titles from Media Do or Do. I don't know how to pronounce it. So these are the next 5 titles, and again, these are all single volume, self-contained one-shots. Some of them are short story collections. At this point in time, soon I will be moving into ones that are not single volume, but for now, this is what I am. All 5 of the titles I'm going to talk about today are single one volume series. First up is If You Share a Kiss with Asakawa, and this is by Sachi Murakami. I was very excited for this one because I have a physical Sachi Murakami title put out by June called Sleepless Nights, I believe. Sleepless Nights, something like that. That I really, really enjoyed, and so I was super excited to see Sachi Murakami's name on quite a few of the titles. Actually, I think there's like 3 of them in this bundle this humble bundle that I bought. This is the first, I believe, that I've read of the ones that were included in the bundle. Anyway, this is about Nakama, who is, I believe, this guy here, and he starts hanging out with Satsuki, who is the popular twin brother of the guy that he is infatuated with. The guy he likes is a homophobe. He is a dark, brooding jerk, basically, and he just somehow starts hanging out with the twin brother, and then finds out, the twin brother is gay, and he starts realizing he actually kind of has feelings for the twin rather than the guy he originally liked. And it's really cute. It's really sweet. I don't remember there being much of any, smutty scenes or anything like that. The art is charming. I mean, I really do enjoy Sachi Murakami's art. I think that it's simple enough. Yeah, so our main character is the lighter haired guy, and this is the guy that he originally has a crush on, who's kind of a jerk. I did find the kind of commentary about, the twin brother of the gay guy being a bit homophobic, but not because not because he hates his brother's gay, but he hates the way that his brother has been treated by other gay guys. And so I think that commentary is very interesting, of like, he loves his brother, but he wishes his brother wasn't gay because the guys that he typically dates or hooks up with are total assholes. And so this twin brother, who is straight, has got this impression of gay men as being jerks who just, play around with his brother's feelings. So I found that to be interesting. And then there were short stories. So that took up about half, and then the other half of this volume basically was this other couple, and it was just short stories about this same couple here. I don't remember their names, but they're an adult couple, and this was the sexual themes aspect, because the first half was more of a shonen ai sort of title, whereas the I believe there's 3 stories about this couple here. These were excellent. So the first one is the boyfriend is out working a lot, and so the stay-at-home kind of guy is getting lonely. And then one day his boyfriend comes back from, I guess, a business trip in a suit, and they get it on because he's in a suit, and he thinks that he's super hot. And it was very entertaining. And then the second story was excellent. This one was let me see. Oh, their names are Etsu and Rio. This second story, and the art is very cute. I like the character designs. This second story is they get gifted a sex toy from, I don't know if it's one of their friends or they win it or something. I don't know. They get a sex toy anyway. And then they go home and try it out. And I really enjoyed it because I don't know, you rarely see or maybe I don't know, I've read a lot of BL, and you very rarely see the use of sex toys in like a sex positive way, if at all. Like I don't see sex toys often at all, but when you do, it's not in a sex positive way of like, this is a couple, an established couple that is trying this new toy out and they're enjoying it and it was cute. And then this other one was yeah, this one was about them going to a festival, I guess, and they're both wearing yukata, and again, they both just get super into each other, and then they have to go home instead of going to see the fireworks, because they just need to have sex. And I also liked that they were both versatile, and it was an adult relationship that they were just having consensual sex and enjoying different things, and I thought that was excellent. I really, really, really enjoyed it, and I was not let down by Sachi Murakami, so I'm super happy about that. And it looks like I have another bookmark in here. Oh yeah, and then I think there was just a tiny other story about the two of them at the end. So yeah, this was a win. I really, really enjoyed this this title to kick off the next round of the roundup. The second title I read was Love and Virginity Turn a Deaf Ear by Tamaki Kirishima. This one I thought I was going to not very much like, simply because I really was not a fan of this art. I don't like this character design. The face bugs me to no end. The face, the design of the faces, and there is a typical that, and plus the title. So the title plus the cover, like the entire cover, just turned me completely off of thinking I was going to enjoy this at all, and it actually turned out to be quite cute. So we have Shiro and Ko, who both work at a host club. This, I believe, is... Yes, Shiro is the shorter-haired guy, and Ko is the longer-haired guy. Shiro's new at the host club. I don't remember why he started working there. I guess he just is desperate for money or whatever. And he's a virgin. He kind of has feelings for Ko, and Ko is very interested in sleeping with him, but Shiro is like, no, I really want to, I want to know that you love me if I'm going to sleep with you and be, in a relationship. And Ko is like, I didn't say anything about a relationship. I wanted to have sex with you. So it's kind of a back and forth of the two of their different values and needs. And it was actually entertaining. It was a lot more comedic. Here's a good one with the comedic censoring and the kind of faces, and he's actually quite cute. Like, it's annoyingly innocent, but it is funny. And that was the thing, is like sometimes these type of yaoi series take themselves way too seriously, and it gets into like, sexual assault territory and just being like not entertaining in that way. But this one was actually very funny, of like, could this be love? And his face and then this face down here, like, it made me laugh really hard, and I enjoyed it because I wasn't expecting it to be a comedy. I was expecting it to make me uncomfortable or just angry at the behavior of the characters. And honestly, Shiro as a main character was charmingly funny, and even Ko was quite entertaining as well. So this one was really a surprise to me, honestly. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, and I laughed quite a lot during it, mostly because of it ended up, the faces, when they weren't like supposed to look serious, all the funny faces were really entertaining. So quite enjoyed it. The third title I read for this grouping was The More Useless He Is, The More I Love Him by Yukimura. This was a short story collection, mixture of ages and occupations and all of that kind of stuff. So the first short story was about two men who work at the same company, but one of them is like in the packing warehouse area and the other is in the office. I enjoy workplace yaoi, and I I found this art really charming. Actually, it was quite cute, and so I do like short story collections, so I'm not bothered by you know not having a super long story. Oh, here's a good yeah, like the faces. I thought it was just so simple but very wispy and just really I don't know, it looks a bit more like early work. I don't know this mangaka, and I'm not sure how many works they've written or if this was their first or whatnot. But it seems like an earlier kind of project for this person potentially, or maybe their art is just very simplistic but kind of stylized. Either way, I enjoy it. The second story was about cousins, which is, I mean, I think we're 3 for 3 on the cousin thing. Each video contains at least one story that involves a cousin. But anyway, this one is about this man whose younger cousin, who's like I don't know if he's a college student or, I don't think he's in high school. I'm pretty sure he's in college. He moves in. Yeah, I think he's like a first year. So he moves in with his uncle, or not his uncle, sorry, his cousin, who is much older than him. And he's freeloading. So it's kind of this grumpy older dude being like, this freaking dude just moved into my house and I don't know what to do with him. And there's kind of some romantic tension building, I guess. I don't know. It was what it was. Then the third story, this one was very cute. This one was about the school nurse, which is the blonde dude. And this man whose son is at the school that this nurse works at. And so every time these two have an interaction, because this kid tends to get sick or injured quite often, he kind of dreads but also gets excited about going to see the nurse at the school to have a meeting about what happened. And so it was really cute. I enjoy stories with parents, and I just thought this was a really sweet one, and it was cute because you're like an adult who, this is your kid's, not technically teacher, but a faculty member at his school, and he's like, oh no, my son's hurt, but I get to see the nurse, and you try to reconcile those feelings. It was very cute. Then this next one was also quite interesting. So these two have a one-night stand, and then one of them is a policeman, and he ends up getting reunited with this one-night stand. I don't know if it's the next day or a few days later, because he comes to the police box. I believe he drops off a cat or something, or a dog. I don't remember. But it's just, a pretty charming story about, you sleep with this guy, expect to never see him again, and lo and behold, you're at work and this dude shows up at your workplace, unbeknownst to both of them, that they would be running into each other. And it was pretty charming. This one, I believe, was about a man who steals something or is trying to steal something, and another man sees it happen, and so he's getting really nervous about what he did, and then they kind of run into each other again, or he goes back to the place that he originally saw the guy, and like, I'm sorry for that lapse in judgment kind of thing. And it was just I don't know, I just thought it was a kind of interesting meeting of two people in a different type of setting, I guess. And the final story in this one is about this very clumsy, useless guy and his coworker who is very much attracted and infatuated with him. and he just is like, I can't help but be so charmed by this man, but he's so like, he keeps making simple mistakes, and it's just like a constant thing of like, he's really ditzy, but I really like him, and it's really cute. So overall, short story wise, I mean, honestly, most of these were pretty solid for as short as they were. But and the art, like I said, stylized but simple, but also very interesting and unique looking. So I really enjoyed this one in particular as well. The fourth title I read was Love Only You by Neko Kanda. This one, our main character's name is Yamato, and he meets another guy, Yusei, at their college entrance ceremony. So adults, young adults, I guess. And they become friends. But then they kind of have these unspoken feelings, and it seems like they're friends for quite a while, and it's just kind of this like unspoken tension that they both are aware of. As you can see, this cover is quite gorgeous. I would have loved to see that in full color. But yeah, it's just kind of a, you know, young adults. I mean, I think that many LGBT folks can speak to this. So our main character is the darker haired guy. This is another guy who I just thought his hair looked interesting. He's kind of the foil to our main expected or soon to be couple, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it was a cute college story, and I think that a lot of people could actually relate to what was going on in it in terms of, you know, having feelings for a friend and thinking, you know, they maybe have feelings back, but you're not really sure. And then it also had another short story in it, and this one was about a host club owner who is supposedly perfect, and then his boyfriend kind of feels inadequate. And yeah, I mean, it was adults again, which is nice. A lot of host club stuff. I guess that's popular. But to me, I mean, I like workplace things, and a host club is a workplace. So this one was another short story. These two guys work in a kitchen, and one, I wrote for the description, one is, in quotes, not a homophobe. So I believe this one was this guy, I think he's a bit younger than the other guy, and he starts working at this kitchen. He's in love with the other guy who works in the kitchen, and he's not shy about it. He's very clingy. He's very much, I'm in love with you, like, give me attention. And the other guy is just slinging slurs, homophobic slurs. But, I mean, shocker, he's probably secretly gay and hates himself and all this stuff. So anyway, it was interesting. Again, a different workplace setting in a kitchen, which I thought was interesting. And yeah, the art for this one was pretty good. Like this, not just this short story, but the entire collection here by this mangaka. Yeah, I mean, they were decent. I think that this one in particular had some things that I was like, I don't know. I think that I could read something a bit better, but, you know, BL is BL, and I will read whatever it is, regardless of how much it may or may not be trash. But I still enjoyed this one. The final title for this roundup is Mask by Megumu Minami. This one was great. I love mystery detective story manga, and I love yaoi mystery detective story manga, and this is what that is. So I was super thrilled that this one had a plot, and it was kind of like each chapter was a different case they were working on. These are gruesome cases. There was lots of gore and lots of explicit sexual scenes as well. But these are set in New York. So New York detectives, Gene and his subordinate Glenn. Interesting name choice, but anyway. And Gene is a bit mysterious. He's just weird, honestly. Glenn is obviously attracted to him. and he's just kind of trying to figure him out. It seems like they're newer to being partnered together, and in fact, Glenn may very well be a newer cop or detective. I can't really remember too clearly, but they basically solve very violent crimes, sometimes relating to Gene's personal life, as well as they just have sex in front of people. And for some reason, it seems that the way that you solve crime is by just having sex in front of the people you think are guilty. I'm not sure how well that stands in real life, but in the universe of this story, that's how you solve crime. Not sure. Somehow they always end up in some kind of weird orgy situation with the people that are guilty. So that was interesting. That was an interesting take on the detective genre. I was entertained. I'm not going to tell you I wasn't entertained. I was just a bit confused. And then, for some reason, this has the same cover, but there is a short story that was so confusing. I don't understand what happened. So this is the first page of this short story, set in the Taisho era. I think the story was about a boy and his older brother and their potentially teacher or friend of the older brother. I don't know what happened. I was reading this, I could not follow it. I didn't understand what was going on. I honestly cannot give you any information about what this story at the end of the volume was. It wasn't part of the main story. It just made no sense to me. I don't know if I don't think I'm stupid, but maybe I just was missing something. I don't know. Anyway, I enjoyed Mask. It was entertaining in a bizarre way. I enjoy when there's something different and it's not just like slice of life kind of yaoi. This definitely was not that. So entertaining. This short story, I don't think I'd ever read this again because I didn't think it was well written. It was not easy to understand. Maybe the translation is just not really good. That potentially could be it. Because it was very difficult for me to figure out what the hell was happening. But anyway, all in all, again, pretty well enjoyed all 5 of the titles that I read. Some of them obviously better than others. I would say that If You Share a Kiss with Asakawa, the 3 short stories at the end about the second couple that were adults, absolutely hands down my favorite of this bundle, of this, 5 titles of this section here. I just thought they were so sex positive and so consensual and just loving, and it was just entertaining to see that. I would buy that in a physical form, hands down. Yeah, it was lovely. Highly recommend that one. And I mean, if any of these other ones sounded interesting to you, absolutely by all means, you can get them digitally. But yeah, thanks for watching.